Today's Tuesday, 12th of February. I thought I'd do a kind of an audio and video blog rather than writing one. Today we went on some elephants, so I'll play those videos, and you can have a look at that while I'll just let you know what else we did today. Bex was feeling a little bit better after not being well yesterday, so was joining us today, which was good. So yesterday she had a day off. We started the day with yoga. It was our first day of our new yoga instructor. It was meant to be at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. We're ready to go. But he was late and he didn't bring any mats, so it wasn't the best of starts. We improvised with blankets, so it was okay. It was interesting to have yoga here. In Australia, it seems to be about strength and flexibility, I guess, mostly. Whereas here, it was more about the peacefulness and meditation. So it was good. It consisted of more theory, warm-ups and some mantras with some postures. So it was a really good session, actually, really good intro to it. So it was a nice way to start the day. After breakfast, we got to planning our days at the centre, do a bit of research. We'd convinced Sambit to let us decide which groups we were going to have. There were 3 different age groups. Up to this point, he wanted us just to decide when we got there, but we wanted to make sure that the research we did was specific to what we were going to be doing that day. It made sense to us. Bex and I got the older group, like 10 to 14-year-olds, which meant we'll be focusing on computer skills and really punctuation and helping them speak English correctly. We secretly probably wanted the middle-aged kids or the young kids just because they're a bit more fun and they're absolutely adorable. But we're happy really then that we knew what we were doing and we're going to be helping. And the older kids are great too, so it was going to be good spending time with them. We then went on to the elephant ride, which is what you're looking at the moment. It was weird. As we arrived, there was a really malnourished dog eating another dog that was dead on the road. I had a quick sort of closer look, just a bit of an intrigue, and the dog's guts were just split all over the road. It was pretty disgusting, one of the worst things I've seen. I do have pictures, but I won't post it on here just in case a bit queasy. If you were interested to see, then let me know. I'm happy to send it to you. When the elephant owner arrived, the elephant was beautiful with Lakshmi. As you can see, the picture's very nice elephant. The Mexican girls went first, and then we went after. It's interesting, the elephant rider used the elephant's trunk to climb up and his ears as a footrest, but maybe to steer it as well. I'm not quite sure really. We all used the elephant tail to get into, so it was an interesting experience. So after the other girls, Bex and I had a ride for about 10 minutes, and it's quite a gentle ride actually, a bit more gentle than I was expecting. Certainly a lot more gentle than the camel ride that we'd done, which doesn't really appeal to me too much. Whilst we were on a ride, we had a bit of a chat. We tried to have a sort of broken pidgin English chat with the rider, and it's quite interesting because we were wandering along the lake and he kept referring to piss and big piss, and we had no idea what he was talking about, and then actually transpired he was talking about fish, just a slightly different way of pronouncing it, which obviously a different result in the conversation. After the ride, we had a chance to feed the elephant, which you'll see in the video. And we'd actually taken some bananas along. Sambit had suggested to give the elephant owner a banana just for him to have. But when we got there, he made it very clear that they were only to be eaten by the elephant. They were the elephants and no one else's. It was a little bit awkward because at that point, Bex and I had a banana stuffed into our mouths, so couldn't really have the conversation without him seeing the fact that we're eating the elephant's bananas. But never mind, didn't seem to notice or say anything. We were then given the option of washing the elephant, which we didn't really want to do, just because the water was absolutely filthy. So we didn't do that, but Brian and I decided to ride the elephant into the water, and you'll see it just kind of washes the water side to side, and it's quite nice. But as we go in, we also passed an Indian family which are washing their clothes and their bodies as well. So it's interesting to see that local culture kind of just happening in front of you. We then got back for lunch, and me, Bex and Bryony just got a lift down the road, and it was meant to be kind of a quick snack before we left the centre. Unfortunately, it took longer than it should do. I don't think we got the food until we actually meant to leave for the centre, but we ate food, ran back, and thankfully the rickshaw driver was still waiting there for us, so it could have been a really bad start to the programme. We all squeezed into the rickshaw, and if anyone's seen one, for 5 people, not very comfortable. And we made it to centre safe and sound, so that's pretty good. Met the kids again, all said hello, divided them into their age groups. Bex and I got 6 kids, pretty good. We've only got 2 computers, so we'd split them into 2 groups of 3, including my computer, that is. Kind of started to get settled into it, and then as soon as Guy got my MacBook Air open, all their eyes lit up and swung around to me, and basically all wanted to stop working with Bex and working with me just because of my computer. But we convinced them otherwise and got a move on. As I got my Mac open, I was facing away from it, and there was a bit of a commotion. I looked around and there was a web browser open. I think it was like a torrent download site or something. And as I look around, all the kids are pointing and shouting, "Naughty, naughty, naughty!" And what it was, there was an ad down the side, and there's a lady in her underwear, which is quite pornographic here in India. So wasn't the best start to the session, and I was a little bit worried there might be some ramifications, but nothing came of it, so that's pretty good. The kids started on the computers, and we'd made a plan, a session plan, so that the kids would start creating a profile for themselves, so put some pictures on, learn to speak their names, write their names, where they're from, their ages, a bit about their family, that kind of stuff. But it became pretty clear quite quickly that it may not be possible because their computer skills weren't actually that good. But we started working through it and kind of making sure that we helped them as much as possible, everything they needed, and they seemed quite engaged, and they were really hard working, and they seemed to enjoy writing these sentences and typing, so it actually went quite well. It didn't feel like we'd made much progress, but still it was quite a good session. At the end of the class, we got to play games again, which is great fun. It's the best part of the day, really, with the kids. We played traffic lights again, so green you move, yellow you go slowly, red you stop, and all sorts. And also the game is musical chairs, which I hadn't played before. Bex played with them as well, big kid that she is, and they loved it. They were even trying to help her stay in, which is quite cool. But Ganesh, who's a really sweet, cheeky little kid, did actually give her a bit of stick when she went out. You'd say a cheeky little bugger, but a really nice kid. They then all say their prayers, and so they're a beautiful bunch of kids. It's a really nice way to end the day. And then we basically got a rickshaw home. Bex and I went out for dinner to a place called Manwar with sandwich, really nice. We'd hoped to go for somewhere quite cheap, which we'd made quite clear. We ended up spending probably about 50% normally what we do usually, but it was really nice. And I had a thali, and as always, they are fantastic. So it was a good day, long day, tiring day, and then basically just home to bed and see what tomorrow brings. So that's it. I guess you can read the blog to find out what we did tomorrow. Right, cheers guys, bye bye.